Growing up, I have always loved to read fictions. Once I pick up a book, I want to finish it immediately. Before I turned 14, I don't think I've ever picked up a book and I didn't finish it on the same day. Have you ever had that sensation of being lost in a book? I think the primary reason I like to read is to get that feeling, where I'm not just reading word by word on a page, but I'm actually living someone else's adventure. If you're an avid reader like me, I am sure you know what I'm talking about. It's that feeling when you don't even notice time is passing by. You can't really hear people chattering around you. You can even miss signs of hunger or stress. You're just fully engaged in this imaginary world created by your mind, triggered by the pages you're flipping through. Ever since I was a child, my mind frequently wanders, kind of like daydreaming. I'll create worlds, scenarios, and people in my mind. I do this while walking down the street, doing chores, basically mundane things in life. Perhaps it's because I find these activities to be boring, so my mind is trying to make up things that are more exciting. Later on in life, I realized that I can actually do this in my real dreams too. I did this before I learned what this is called. I've now learned that this is actually called lucid dreaming. Movies such as Inception made this concept really, really popular. Lucid dream happens when you're in REM sleep. REM sleep is called rapid eye movement sleep. It's the stage between falling into deep sleep and waking up. So the first few times that I experienced lucid dream were random occurrences. They happened when I was about to wake up, but I haven't yet woken up. And I went back to sleep. But this time, I know I am dreaming. And I've gained control of the situation. I've gained control of what I want to happen in my dream. Later on, knowing when REM sleep actually happens, which is, between that stage of waking up and falling into deep sleep, I learned that I can trigger this quite easily by just reading a book before I fall asleep and basically setting the stage for lucid dreaming. You might wonder, what does any of this have to do with drawing? Well, for me, getting into the zone, or more accurately, getting into a flow state for making art is a bit similar to getting lost in a book or lucid dreaming. A flow state is the mental state when you are fully immersed in the activity. The thing you are trying to achieve has your entire focus, and you're truly enjoying what you're doing. You're so engaged in that activity that you have lost conscious of time. And for me, being in the zone when making art feels very similar to when I get lost in a book or when I'm lucid dreaming. They're also really similar in the sense that I feel like I just stumbled upon them, discovered that feeling, and really, really enjoyed it. And in order to get back that feeling, I then learned more about it. I did research, I practiced, and then I kind of systematically created methods and ways to achieve them easier for myself. So I want to share with you some of the ways which I have tried that helped me get into that mental state. The first one, well, pretty obvious. I don't think everyone knows how important it is. And that is to create a space that you truly feel safe in. You feel like you can be yourself in this space. You can be really comfortable. For some people, this could be a space you can be as messy as you want. Or it could mean it's a space you have full control in. You can get whatever tools you want. Everything is within reach. Even better is a space that you feel really good in. Not just comfortable, but pleasant and wonderful. You have good lighting, good surface area, good scenery to look at, good chair to sit on. It could be that this space smells really nice. You're full of energy when you are in this space. Another simple thing to achieve, yet many overlook, is to avoid distractions. This could mean distractions from people you live with. loud music from upstairs, construction outside your window. It could also be distractions within. You just had a really large meal and your body is busy digesting the food, causing you not able to concentrate, and instead you kind of want to sleep. It could be you woke up and you only had a smoothie and you're really, really hungry. You can't really think about anything other than a bagel. Well, whatever it is, minimize it. Try to find a window in your schedule where you don't have these distractions. You don't have to think about work. You don't have to think about that deadline, that due date. You can be yourself. You feel safe and you're in control of your surrounding. Make sure no one needs you during this time. You can be completely in control of this time and you can be yourself. So besides these, I would say rather simple measures that you can take to prepare you to get into the zone, the other one requires a little bit more soul searching. And that's to find your own goals. I really recommend having long-term and short-term goals. They should be goals that are achievable and not things that you wish to happen. Because let's face it, things that you wish to happen are not really your goals. You shouldn't need to wish for your goals to happen. Your goals should be completely within your own control. You know you can do them. That's what a goal is. For me, a goal is something like, I will spend time every day on improving my art. This is a good goal because that's something completely within my control. There are very few things that I can think about that would prevent me from being able to do this. And at the same time, it is also a little bit challenging for me. If I need to improve on a daily basis, then there's quite a bit of commitment. I need to think about what to do on a daily basis in order to improve. Your goal should be a good balance of being achievable and challenging to you. Having goals will promote you into actions, and actions will lead to being in the flow. The end goal is to make yourself feel that you're doing an activity for good reasons and also that you are challenging yourself. When you are achieving your goal doing something that's not challenging, that's more like a vacation for you. And when you're barely achieving your goal by doing something that's too challenging, well, that's like adding anxiety to your life. Both are not how you get into the zone. You want your goal, or rather your motivation for doing the activity, to be something that's balanced to what you can achieve, yet slightly challenging. I would say developing a routine to challenge yourself isn't easy. We often get ourselves into really complacent spots. We become lazier and we are more comfortable being in status quo. We avoid change because that's frightening. We avoid turbulence because no one wants drastic ups and downs in life. But it's actually important to make yourself feel a bit uneasy from time to time. That you're curious to know what's next because you don't know what's next. That's the feeling you need to have when you want to get into the zone. You need to let go of your mind. For someone who deeply loves to be in control, which is me, it's really hard to let go. But I have realized that losing a little bit of control will systematically yield better results. So I let go sometimes to challenge my mind and to improve my skills. So in summary, there are two things I recommend you doing to get into the zone or being in that flow state. Number one, which to me is, I think, a little bit easier to do, which is to make sure that you have a space and you set up a time in which you don't have distractions, and it's a space you're in full control in, that you can be yourself, that you feel really comfortable using this time to do this activity, which is making art. And number two, which I believe is the harder part and could require a little bit of thinking and upfront planning. And that's to figure out what your goal is, what drives you, what motivates you. What is that something that you find both a little bit challenging, but also achievable? Having these two things in place will help you get into the zone. Good luck. Hope you get into that flow state sooner than later and enjoy drawing. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think, whether you've gotten into that state or not, whether this is something that you've tried before, whether you've also gotten lost in the book. I would love to know and hear from you. Thank you.